Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have enjoyed that very short story from Naim's staff winning team from Kuala Lumpur, and that was a very fine performance. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, now may I have the pleasure to invite the Right Honorable Chief Minister of Sarawak, Datuk Petinggi Tan Sri Haji Adnan bin Haji Satem, to give his speech.
Tuan Yang Terutama, Gubernur Negeri Sarawak, yang amat berbahagia, Datuk Petinggi Hajah Bragat Kudi Taib, your presence, Tuan Yang Terutama, today is most appropriate because I am told over 20 years ago, it was your idea, it was your inspiration to start what has now become a reality. There is no doubt about it, Pramai Jaya is one big, roaring success. And it will continue to be successful in the next 20 years. From the record of your performance in the last 20 years, I have no doubt that in the next 20 years, you will even do better than what you have done. I hope I'll be around in 20 years' time, but at the rate I'm going, I'm not quite confident that I'll be around. And when they look at some of you, I also lost confidence. Going back 20 years, there is that old picture of Hamid, Hasmi, and the boatmen. Hasmi standing up with a broad brim hat, looking like David Livingstone in the dark continent of Africa, and Hamid cowering behind Hasmi because there are crocodiles around, and hoping that if the crocodile turn up, it will take Hasmi first. And the boatmen, in the end, wondering, what are these two crazy people doing? It is a pioneering project, and you have turned a wilderness, an almost wilderness, swampy wilderness, into a city, into a big township, complete with facilities and so on, which is quite an achievement. And I suppose the look of surprise on Hasmi's face and Hamid's face indicate them asking themselves, what have we got ourselves into? We'll be in trouble. What have we got ourselves into? But right as they did, to trials and tribulations, they made it. And Naim Chandra is one of the foremost realty developer in the whole country. Which goes to show that those Malaysians, and especially those in Sarawak, if you are given the chance and the opportunity, you can do it. You can do it. Jangan kita ngalah diri aja. Madah orang lain lebih pandai daripada kita. Have confidence in yourself in the field of business and so on. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to read this text of a speech prepared for me by someone I don't know. I have to read it because if I don't read it, kecil hati nanti. I'll read it to you. I'll read those that I agree with and leave alone those that I don't agree with. So if you want to go to sleep, go ahead. It says here, addressed by the Right Honorable Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Haji Adnan bin Haji Satem, etc., etc. You know, I sometimes wonder why people always refer to me as the beloved Chief Minister. That word beloved is only reserved for our TYT. My wife, my family, and my grandchildren. If the lady calls me beloved, okay, I'll be very happy. Maybe that's a beginning. I can start something from there. But if another man calls me beloved, I get very suspicious. I can assure you, when Hamid refers to me as the beloved Chief Minister, there is nothing going on between the two of us. Okay. It says here, I am delighted to be here at this dinner, which marks Naim Group of Company's 20th anniversary celebration. Of course I'm delighted. Makan pergi ba? Minum pergi ba? But anyway, I'm delighted because this is a happy occasion to look back on what you have done. Let me start by conveying my sincere congratulations on this auspicious celebration and your hard work over the last 20 years. To reiterate a phrase from the anniversary video presentation just now, Naim boleh. You see, when I said earlier, Naim boleh, we can do it. I already anticipated what the writer is going to say. So that means I know what I'm reading. Don't think that I'm just reading the thing and repeating the same mistake. Naim so much a household name in Sarawak. When you talk about Naim, the pictures that come to mind would be that of large townships or major infrastructure, such as bridges, MRT and dam, and even some iconic buildings around Sarawak. This shows that Naim has been a very key component of Sarawak's development throughout the years. I have always wondered why it is called Naim. I thought there was a person named Naim who started it all. No, I think the Hamid tells me it refers to the third heaven. Betul? I suppose if you buy a house from Naim, you are in third heaven. That is what the message is going to be. And Chandra might be some Indian name. But I don't see many Indians in Naim. It is, in fact, what interests me in particular are the awards they have obtained over the past 20 years. I have lost count of the number of awards they have. Those that are in the cupboard in front of us today may be just part of the awards that they have given. Having said that, it is not the number of awards which interests me, rather it is the type of awards which tells a story. In addition to industry and quality awards in construction and property, I noticed that Naim has won corporate responsibility, shareholders value, and annual report awards. In other words, Naim is a responsible corporate citizen, and they pay their taxes every year. So, responsible corporate citizen, and they have their own corporate social responsibility. The name Naim's story here is very much in line with the aspiration of our state government that sustainability is not only about how good our products are or how strategic your business plans are, also very much about integrity and service. So instead of Naim following the example of the state government, we in the state government ought to follow Naim in their integrity and so on. We are putting tremendous effort to create a trustworthy government and to instill a culture of integrity in the civil service. We have also stepped up engagement with our rakyat in an increased effort to work for their benefit in furtherance of the culture of service. Some of our initiatives in this regard include reduction of electricity tariff and abolishment and rationalization of charges for various services. On the economic front, we are pushing for not only increased oil and gas royalty, but also greater participation by our local players in the oil and gas industry. This is done in our effort to boost greater economic activities for our rakyat in Sarawak. We hope to see the creation of more successful local companies like Naim in time to come. And I can rest assured, you said, I am for you, you for me, what is it again? Sorry? I am for you, right? Yeah. With you and for you. Let me say of the state government that we are with you and for you. And we'll set aside all unnecessary bureaucracy so that you can do your work peacefully without waiting for some government servant waiting to make up his mind. Because this is a growing industry, the requirement for houses is ever growing. We will also continue to pursue sound economic development policies, which have been set by my predecessor, in particular the Sarawak Corridor of Renewable Energy development programs in order to transform Sarawak into a high-income and developed state by 2020. Looking back at Naim's achievement over the years, we have done Sarawak proud with its visionary leaders, dedicated workforce, and ethical operation. I am sure that Naim will scale greater heights in time to come. I look forward to Naim's continued efforts within the state in our combined effort to showcase our state's business and industrial potential for the national, regional, and international community of the future. Once again, congratulations to Naim and all the best to you. Thank you very much. Carry on the good work. There will be more demand for houses. I noticed that you opened the bidding for 5,000, 15 people, 15,000 turned up. That indicates the shortage of housing in Sarawak, especially in the towns. And we need to build more affordable homes for the people to have their shelter over their heads. And as we grow to be more and more middle class, there will be more requirement for housing, affordable housing. And there is a trend now that low-cost housing people are not prepared to take up. They want at least affordable homes, even though they have to pay more than that. But the obligation to go into low-cost housing will still stay. But anyway, let me conclude by saying, if all realty companies are like Naim, we have no problem in housing in Sarawak. So with that wish for your future in the next 20 years, you will continue to provide better facilities of turning. If you want, I can give you some swamp land, more swamp land for you to develop. Ada tanah tempat boyak, tempat apa lah, if you want. But finish this one first. Finish this one first. Don't be too ambitious. Tangkap itu, tangkap ini, semua asyik jadi kak. Concentrate on your core business and convert our swamp into habitable habitation for human beings and not just crocodiles and snakes and so on. For transforming Miri, for transforming parts of Sarawak, thank you very much, Naim, and the two explorers, David Livingstone and Morgan Stanley. Their dream have come true. They got thinking to themselves, what a mess we got into. But now it appears that they have cleared the mess and they have succeeded in what they do. If you can do it, you can do it again. Thank you very much. Good luck, Naim. I was thinking that if I'm no longer working for the government, no longer chief minister, I'll apply to join Naim. I don't think they want to employ a 76-year-old man. Maybe guard duty or something boleh lah. Sekian, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to record a word of thanks to the Right Honourable the Chief Minister of Sarawak for his speech. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, may I now have the honor and pleasure to invite His Excellency, the Governor of Sarawak, Tun Pen Sri Haji Abdul Taib Mahmud, to come up to the stage to deliver his speech.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yang berhormat Saudara Ketua Menteri Sarawak, Datuk Petinggi Adnan Satim, yang berbahagia tuan rumah kita hari ini, iaitu Datuk Amar Hamid Sepawi dan Datuk Datuk Amar Hamid Sepawi serta Datin Amar Ann, yang berbahagia Saudara Datuk Asmi, yang berhormat saudara-saudara dan saudari-saudari sekalian. Terlebih dahulu saya ingin mengucapkan setinggi-tinggi tahniah kepada Naim atas kejayaannya mencapai kejayaan tahun ke-20 pada hari ini. I don't mind telling you that my motive for getting Dato' Amar Hamid Sepawi to undertake a job like opening 2,000 acres of swamps in those days was less than very noble. It was an effort trying to tie him down to work in Sarawak rather than flying off and on to China, to Australia, to God knows where. I am today admitting that I succeeded to get Hamid Spawi to concentrate on a job where he can show his talent quite clearly as a Sarawakian. But I'm not sure whether I've been successful in trying to tie him down to stay in Sarawak. Be that as it may, it is a happy occasion for me tonight to be able to share the moments of celebrating 20th anniversary of Naim, or in the old days used to be called Naim Chandra, which is doing very well over the last 20 years. As you all know, this place was nothing else but jungle. But at the same time, I had no choice to think of where to put Miri's rapidly growing population way back in the early 90s. The only stretch of land I can find is big enough and can subject itself for long-term planning was the present site. And because of that, therefore, I took the challenge of opening it up so that it can become part of Miri as a growing city. As you know, being a Mirian in those days, I was dreaming the days when this rapidly growing Miri town would become a city eventually. We have achieved the ambition to get Miri as a city, and I think we have achieved to enlarge Miri as a new city which has got potential to become a very important education center and a growing industrial area. All this was achieved because we have faith in our own people, and because the faith that we put in our own people had been received by them with great responsibility, and that they have dedicated themselves with no sparing effort to justify to at least the government of Sarawak then that they can do the job quite well, and that our faith in them can be rewarded well. So tonight, I must say congratulations again to Naim. You have more than measured up to what I expected you to achieve. There's no doubt today that you will become a good, responsible, and a growing company, at least in the construction industry and in the real property sector, because I know of your talent to develop people from among your staff, and that they have responded to you with great dedication to justify your faith in them. I would therefore like to congratulate all the staff in Naim for having contributed so much to the success of Naim, and to prove to us that Sarawakian can undertake big jobs if they are given the challenge. I should not forget that I'm no longer a politician, so I don't want to continue the speech longer. I think it's the job of the Chief Minister now to dwell more on what ought to be the political tone of any speech on occasions like this. But because of my personal connection with this particular project, I have decided, let me really relax the rule a bit and say that, Naim, you have done very well, and you have really built up a good team of people to justify your future venture to be the great success that I expect it will be. Congratulations. May God look after you all for your efforts. Thank you very much.
May I request for our guest of honor to remain on stage, please, for a very, very special ceremony, and that is the cake cutting ceremony to mark the 20th anniversary of the of Naim. And may I have the pleasure to invite Yang Berbahagia Dato' Ammar Abdul Hamid and Dato' Hasmi to invite our guests, the Right Honorable, the Chief Minister of Sarawak, and all guests at the high table, including members of the board. Members of the board, please join and witness this very meaningful ceremony, the 20th anniversary of Naim. All the ladies, please, you are also invited. All those sitting at the head table. Yang berhormat Datuk Abang Haji Johari, all the guests at the head table, please join the group on stage for the cake cutting ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, if we are all ready, we are just about to witness the cake cutting ceremony to be led by our very special guest of honor, His Excellency the Governor of Sarawak. And then after that, we will all sing happy birthday and also congratulations. Okay, thank you very much, and that marks the 20th anniversary celebration of Naim Group of Companies, and let's sing happy birthday and congratulations.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Thank you. Congratulations and celebrations. Well, I tell everyone that you're in love with me. Congratulations and jubilations. I want the world to know I'm happy as can be. Who could believe that I could be happy and contented? I used to think that happiness hadn't been intended, but that's the way that I bet all that there is on you. Well, I will run you into my heart. Congratulations and celebrations. Well, I tell everyone that you're loving me. Congratulations and jubilations. I want the world to know I'm happy as can be.
Thank you very much. So congratulations to Naim on the 20th anniversary celebration. May I invite you back to your seats, please?